splitting finances. Should it be 50-50? Money-wise, yeah. Should you pay half of everything in the household, and should I pay half of everything in the household? Or should you base it on something?
Have you ever had that problem? Has anybody ever came, well, she doesn't pay this, and they don't pay their half? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that? Do you go through their finances and go, okay, well, it's obvious? Or do you just say, how do you feel that? Because you don't know financially what really is going on in the relationship. You're going based on what he's telling you and what she's telling you.
What if one makes $150,000 and the other one's only making $50,000?
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Well, for me, the first thing I do before I start getting into numbers is I ask each of them, like, what is your expectation? Like, what is it that you want? Like, you're being selfish. What do you want? And that way I can start to work with that, right? Versus looking at numbers is like, well, I'm trying to figure out a problem without them even telling me what they want in the first place. So I asked, like, for example, let's say, for example, I had one where the guy did make a little bit more money and the girl made a little bit less. And I asked her, what is it that you want, preferably in the relationship, if you could ask? She said, I'm going to be honest. I want him to do more of the load financially. Not only does he make more, but that's how I look at a man. I want a man to take care of me. Okay, no problem. So I look at her, or rather the guy, and he's like, well, you never told me that. We never talked about it.
Okay.
Like, I'm over here thinking 50-50 because that's how it was when we were dating, but we never actually had that conversation. And so now, like, she's over here kind of being resentful, like, oh, he doesn't want to take care of me. And he's over here, why the hell is she getting pissed off at me all the time? Mm-hmm. But they never even talked about it in the first place. Half of these problems get fixed, just literally put it out there on the table, and they just talk about it and they figure it out half the time. Mm-hmm. But that's how I would approach it, because most of the time it's just that, as simple as that. Just talk about it. Put it out there.
What do you think people are afraid to talk about it sometimes? There's a lot of issues that people just don't bring it up. Mm-hmm. They just keep it to themselves all the time.
No, because they don't know. They don't know.
What?
It's just, they don't know. None of us have been taught about money. Mm-hmm. None of us.
Well, not just about money, but there's any questions. No. Most people don't come to their significant other with the questions that they want to ask. It's weird.
But that's a bigger thing for many reasons. But we're talking about financial now. Financial reasons why they don't bring it up. Yeah. They don't know. Because if I bring you up, well, how much do you pay? I don't know. How much do I pay?
Could be worse.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I just barely know how to balance my checkbook, and then I had to learn it because you taught me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we don't know how to manage money. We never had money. So how do you know how to manage something you never had? We lived paycheck by paycheck when we were kids, so you never had enough to worry about it. Now, as a grown adults, now what we're doing, bringing in a financial expert to sit down with us, see what we're doing. Have that person educate us on how money works and what's our best option for what we want to do in our lives. So ultimately, you want to retire at this is how much you have to spend, and this is how much you have to put away. Mm-hmm. That's it. But we need an expert to come and teach us because our parents never taught us. Nobody taught us because we never had money.
No. And true. Even when you don't have money, I think it's important to know.
Of course. So when you do have it, but that's what happens with every lotto winner. That's what happens with every person that never had money. They just spend it thinking it's always going to be there, and that's not the reality. So you need financial experts to come and tell you, okay, realistically, you're only going to make money from here to here. Then your health is going to decrease, and now you're going to have to stop. So will you have enough money by then?
And then to pay for those bills.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, that's a real thing. I actually had I'll leave it generic because I want to protect their privacy, but I have a new couple. And they make a lot of freaking money, like a lot, well over 100, well over six figures, like well over. And they're living paycheck to paycheck.
Oof, over your
literally means. Over their means. And side note, that's actually a thing I read up on it. Apparently, 1 in 4 people making, I think it was $200,000 or over, are living paycheck to paycheck because they're not financially literate. They just spend all the money.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Like if ever, even now, like come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't know what to do with it. Now you keep spending, and you don't understand that the government's coming.
Yeah. They always catch up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They're coming. They want to know, where did it go?
I do too. Trust me. I want to know too.
Yeah.
Amazon.
That's true.
There it is. There it is. Now
Just see bank statements, half of it's just
That's true,
Amazon
and
by
it's,
itself.
and it's all of us,
Yes.
unfortunately.
There it is.
Gabby's hiding over there.
Using other
I
accounts.
know.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my happy place. I'm right there with you, friend.
It's hard.
Financially, how about financially paying the grandma sitter? Should the grandma sitter be paid? Because there was a story on TikTok. I think her name was Isabel Leiva, and she had a TikTok where she was taking care of her grandkids, but then she thought about it, and she's like, you know what? I'm still young. I should be able to go out there and find somebody for myself and have some fun, right? So she does. She goes out there, finds a man, and she's having a great time. So she decides, you know what? I'm not going to babysit your kids anymore because I want to have time for myself. She's still young. So the husband of her daughter said, then you can't see the kids anymore. He took away her privilege to see the kids because she decided not to take care of their kids.
No. It wasn't that. She just wanted a relationship.
She wanted a
That's
relationship.
it. But she wasn't saying,
she
I
wasn't
won't
like,
take care
I'm
of the
not ever going to
kids.
take care of the kids. She was just like,
Yeah.
I want to be, like, she just wasn't going to be full-time with those
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
I want my own time.
But the husband wanted her to be full-time with those
The
kids.
daughter's husband.
Yeah.
Her
And
son-in-law.
was she getting paid? Do you remember? I don't know if she was getting paid for that. I don't think.
Regardless.
Yeah,
we
even
don't
then.
have-
Yeah, even
regardless.
then.
Well, I don't know. I just want to put in another factor in there. But, like,
Yeah.
that's just the gist. He said, oh, so if you're not going to have full-time for the kids, then you're not going to have them at all.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a relationship. You should
Yeah.
focus on your grandkids. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's what he told her.
That's your job now.
Wow,
As a
that's
grandma, that's
crazy.
your job.
Yeah, you should. It's like, that's inside the Are you kidding me? No, get the hell out of here.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Damn, the audacity on this man.
The
to tell-
audacity.
Yeah, he's literally telling you can't have a life. You have to take care of my kids.
Yeah, like you don't have kids for your I hope Oli doesn't expect us to take care of her kids. Like that's the thing that we're gonna do it, but I don't want her to be like it's your job. No,
Yeah.
you have kids. You expect to take care of them yourself, and yeah, you figure out daycare for them, and hopefully grandma's available. But if grandma's not available, that doesn't mean you take the kids away from the grandma completely.
Yeah.
But also, I think parents should be paying for their daycare. If your mother is taking care of your kids, you should pay her.
Everybody gets paid.
Everybody should get paid because she
You're
wants to
getting
buy her
paid.
chuchulucos, right?
Yeah, but you're getting paid. She should get paid.
I'm getting paid.
Okay, and now look at it this way. If she wasn't doing it, would you be paying for it?
Yeah, a lot more.
Okay, then don't be messed
Stingy.
up. Yeah.
Don't
Don't
be
be
stingy.
stingy. Pay moms.
Pay your
moms.
grandma.
Pay
Pay
grandma.
grandma.
Yeah, because if she wasn't doing it, you would be paying for
You
it.
know
So,
how lucky you are to have your grandma
Yes.
watching, like, or somebody close.
yeah, they will tell you.
Somebody close, right? Oh man, it is very priceless.
All right.